The strange experiment with the generator. I remember the day clearly, the way the sun hung low over our village, casting long shadows as we gathered in Kofi's yard. It was a day like any other in Abasoma, a small village in Ghana, where the air was thick with the scent of burning firewood and the rhythmic sound of pestles pounding fufu. But on this particular day, something unusual was about to happen. Kofi, the most curious young man in the village, had brought home an old diesel generator from the city. He claimed it could light up his entire compound, but he had other ideas. "What if we attach a balloon to the exhaust?" he mused aloud. We laughed at him, thinking it was another one of his strange experiments. But curiosity got the better of us, and soon a group of us had gathered to watch. The generator was a single-cylinder machine, worn from years of use, its metal frame covered in soot. Kofi had attached a large balloon to the silencer, securing it with strips of old cloth and some sticky tree resin. The idea was to see if the exhaust fumes could inflate the balloon. It sounded ridiculous, but in a village where entertainment was scarce, anything unusual was worth watching. As Kofi pulled the starter rope, the engine coughed and sputtered. We took a step back. A puff of black smoke shot out, staining Kofi's hands. "Told you! Everything turns black when dealing with this generator," he laughed, wiping his hands on his shirt. The balloon fluttered, barely inflating. "Maybe it's not tight enough," suggested Kwame, the carpenter's son. He grabbed some more resin and pressed it firmly around the base of the balloon. This time, when Kofi cranked the engine again, the balloon began to expand, slowly at first, then faster. "Hey, it's working!" someone shouted. We all leaned in closer, mesmerized by the sight. But then, pop! The balloon exploded with a deafening bang. A cloud of soot and dust filled the air, sending everyone into a coughing fit. Kofi stumbled back, eyes wide. "I think it burned!" he gasped. Laughter erupted from the crowd. The village elder, Baba Mensa, who had been watching from a distance, shook his head. "You boys will set the village on fire one day with your foolishness," he scolded, but even he couldn't hide his smile. Undeterred, Kofi decided to try again. This time, he used a smaller balloon. The engine roared to life, and once again, the balloon began to expand. It grew bigger, stretching beyond what seemed possible. "Will it hold this time?" whispered Amma, one of the village girls. Then, just as the tension reached its peak, boom! The second balloon burst, sending shreds of rubber flying in all directions. But this time,